Welcome to the Heart and Mind of Business. Are you trying really hard to get all of your ducks in a row? Do you just have squirrels and they're everywhere? Then today is for you. Join us for today's episode and learn all about the other side of getting your ducks in a row. We'll see you in a minute.
See you in a minute.
So here we are talking about ducks and squirrels today. Welcome to the Heart and Mind of Business. My name is Clara Rose and I'm here with my friend
Debbie Clement Large, it's lovely for you to join us. Thank you for sharing your time with us.
Yes.
So this is all about having a heart and being careful and having a wonderful business that just meets your needs. And this month, we've all been talking about things about business and the structures and all that lovely stuff you've been sharing in previous videos. Isn't that right?
Yes, lots of strategy, tactical, structure stuff. And sometimes that can be a little overwhelming, can't it?
It certainly can, which is why I think it's a topic today to talk about ducks.
Ducks, yes, ducks.
We can all have that habit of wanting our ducks in a row.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't have ducks at all. Sometimes we just have squirrels and they're everywhere.
And they're everywhere. Yeah.
That can be a little unsettling if you are the kind of person that likes your ducks in a row.
Yeah. And actually, I'm just here to say, let them go.
Let the ducks go.
Let's have a think about why we like the ducks in the first place. Why? Because now we're all different. You know, some of us are really logical. We like the linear thinking, and others are a bit more creative, willing to more go with the flow. But we can't choose the way life is going to show up. We can't choose how quickly someone's going to do some paperwork for us or get us a license, or how quickly an expert's going to come back with some advice that we're waiting for, or anything else that we might have. And all those pieces that Clara shared about setting up those new business. So if you think of each of those bits, this is the way I've thought of it, Clara, is saying that, you know, your business structure, whether you're getting a license, whether you're understanding about the structure, whether you're thinking about funding or whether taxes and all these other pieces, we might think, well, we have to have the structure set up first, and then we have to have the license, and we have to have this, and then we have to have that, and it just has this nice linear flow, like a row of little ducklings.
Yes, all in a row like they're supposed to be.
All in a row, all neat, all walking at the same pace, all tidy, all just showing up. But they're not like that all the time. They're in the water, they're swimming, they're exploring, they're turning up, they're getting lost.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's true.
It's true. And if we expect our ducks to just line up in that perfect little row, and they don't, how does it leave us feeling?
Yes, unsettled.
Yeah.
Frustrated.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. And actually, the way life is showing up, all those ducks, they're just doing what they're doing. It's all unfolding in perfect time as far as they're concerned, but we're the ones feeling that frustration. We're the ones creating that annoyance. So if we're creating it, we have the choice to stop creating it.
Yes.
To choose that it's okay that my ducks aren't in a row. It's okay that there's the odd squirrel there.
Yeah, right. Or they're all squirrels.
Or they're all
and they're everywhere.
And they're everywhere.
It's
and
okay.
Trees, on fences, running across the grass, and it's just mayhem and chaos. But actually, if that's the way it is in that moment, that's okay.
Yes.
And it's that easier said than done.
Totally easier said than done, especially for the personality like mine, who really likes the ducks, really likes the row. Right? I like things to go just so. Everything has a place, everything belongs in its place, and that's just part of my personality and who I am, which is why the strategy side to business appeals to me so much, right? It's very orderly and dependable, and you know what's going to happen. Do this and this is going to happen. But as we know, and we've been exploring for several months now, and in our book, there is another side. There's a heart and there's a mind to business. There's both pieces. And so tell us, what can we do in the moment when we're feeling like the ducks are really out of control, or there's just flat out squirrels everywhere. There's not even ducks. What can we
Not
do?
even ducks. And I can hear I can hear exactly where you're coming from, because I used to like my ducks in a row. Believe it or not, even though I'm not so bothered now, I used to like my ducks in a row. I would want this to happen and this to happen, and for me to feel secure, for me to feel comfortable. I was expecting everything outside of me to create my security, to make me feel good. And actually, life doesn't happen like that. And as part of my spiritual psychology teaching and the training all those years that I did, the one thing that I learned, that I heard over and over again, was let go of control. Can't have the world according to Debbie.
Ah,
And it's true. I can't have the world according to Debbie any more than you can have the world according to Clara, and any more than anybody else can have the world according to them. The world just shows up in the way it's going to show up. But it's our response that we can have control over. So my security and my safety and me feeling good doesn't come from something coming from a government agency, or this coming from an accountant, or this coming from a legal person. It comes from what I say to myself, what I think. And if I'm thinking they're late, or I've got to keep rushing, or this is meant to be shown up by now, I'm not trusting the process. That doesn't mean to say that I can't chase somebody because they might have forgotten something, but it's also saying I trust that it's going to turn up at the right time. So when I first was going to start up my business, I was moving from the corporate world by taking voluntary release. And I was told to my face that was going to be accepted. And then behind my back, they said I was too valuable, and they let everybody else go, but they wouldn't let me go. And I was gutted. I was really gutted. But actually, so that was my duck that wasn't in a row, because in my head, that was going to be part of the process that was going to happen. So I decided I was going to build my business anyway. And I did it in conjunction with the two. And then I took voluntary release a little bit later. But the thing was, is when I look back, if I'd taken the voluntary release at the beginning, it would have been a harder journey for me than actually having so much built and ready to go by the time I went. So actually, it was a huge blessing that life showed up in the way that it did. That my duck didn't show up in the row that I wanted it to show up in.
right.
Yeah,
Because it just would have been harder.
it would have been harder. So I was trying to force something which actually I didn't realize wasn't for my highest good. But when it sort of came about in the right way, it was a bit like, actually, this feels right now. This feels better. I'm in a better place. I know a lot more. I've learned a load of things that I didn't know. I can go with more hitting the ground running now, rather than thinking, oh, right, okay, now what?
Yes.
So actually, it was perfect time, and I just didn't realize it at the time.
So you got yourself all anxious and uptight about something that wasn't good for you anyway.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't we do that so much?
We do. That's that control piece, right? Because we think, all right, here's my plan, and I'm a planner. I plan everything, right? So here's my plan. When things don't go to plan, it's like, why? I had a plan, right? You're messing with my plan. Get back in the row, duck. But we have to learn to let go of that control piece and know that, you know what, when that happens, it happens.
Yeah. And that squirrel that's turned up instead of that duck might be the best thing. It might lead to new opportunities, to new friendships, to new circumstances, to new adventures that you would never have thought of if you'd just taken that linear path and wanted all those particular ducks in that particular way.
Yep, I totally agree. Not to say that you don't still need those things to happen. You still need to get the license. You still need to do all the things that need to be done, but learn to let go of controlling how and when things happen. That is an excellent lesson, my friend.
Yeah. And actually, when you can let go and trust, and that doesn't mean to say we don't chase up, but we let go of that emotional attachment to it. And we can just say, okay, I know that's going to happen in the right way. I know that I'm going to pick the right accountant that's going to give me the right information about my structure, or the right legal persons. And I know that if I'm looking for, say, an accountant and I can't find one, or I can't find the right one, maybe the right accountant for me at that point in time is busy. And in a month or two will be completely free and ready to give me time and attention that I need. So maybe it's just not that right timing just in this moment, but I can't see it. So sometimes we need to trust that actually I know the right person will come at the right time. I'll be introduced, and it happens, doesn't it? You need a plumber, you need somebody to help, suddenly the right person, you get introduced or recommended, and the right person. But sometimes we just have to wait and have patience and allow the unfolding of that to happen in its right time.
In a natural way.
In a natural way.
Good stuff, my friend. Wasn't that good stuff, you guys? Let go, breathe. Sometimes it's squirrels and it's okay. We have to embrace that. So thank you guys again for joining us. This was a great topic, great information from my friend Debbie, and I hope that you found it useful. If you liked this, click the like. If you liked it, share it. Please comment and let us know where you are in your journey. We'd love to be a part of it. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place.
Yeah, take care. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.